Hello YouTube, this is Snow Van Hoften, and real quickly here I will be going over a book in Minecraft PrimeMC that's just kind of about the different VIP shops. There's two of them total, and it kind of breaks down the prices that they give you, and because I'm trying to help out new to experienced users who aren't ranked as donors, but they're just normal ranked, you're just your basic players who are on here for the fun of it, but don't really want to go and spend the money for an actual rank. I am legendary, so it is the highest rank that I am aware of for donors on PrimeMC. Basically what's going on is I created a book that just lists all the prices, and in the first chapter it goes over VIP Shop 1, in the second part it goes over VIP Shop 2, which is where I get access to, which has higher prices for each item. And it breaks it down into singles. So basically, we're going to use coal as an example. One piece of coal is for said amount, which real quick here, there we go. Right here, this is just basically a guide. I was originally making it for a friend, but then I decided that everyone in this server could really use something like this as a helpful thing. So real quick here, it just shows, right here, it shows the title page, it shows table of contents here, and then this shows basically what VIP Shop 1 is. You must be an elite or higher to access. And then right there is a warp to get there if you are a donor. Now right here, this is the outsider. We're actually going to turn because this is one of my friends on here who is okay with being in the YouTube video, which is cool. So real quick here, we're going to go to the first page of the shop, and I'm just going to kind of break it down here. So as you can see, there's outsider, gesture, and it kind of lists individual items. Well, these are the basic levels that you can get. So the first one here is just outsider, and then you'll notice that there's dirt, cobblestone, and wood. Those are three jobs that anyone who is an outsider can do to start work for leveling up to higher levels. And this shows one, which is just one piece of dirt, and then it's only 23 cents. And then it shows 64, which is a stack of dirt, which is $15. But we're going to actually go to warrior. No, we're going to go to yeah, we'll stick here with scout. So this first set is all VIP shop 1, which makes less. But what this book is for is it's basically an advice saying, hey, if you have these items and you need money more than you need the item itself, you can bring it to me. I will then take it to VIP Shop 2, which is how I make a little extra money, which is just a handling fee, which we'll get to in a second. But basically, they get the sell price of VIP 1. So if they brought me a stack of 64 coal, which is listed right here, redstone and coal, because they're the same exact price, but I didn't want to use more room than I absolutely needed to. So 64 of coal gives them 160. Now we're going to fast forward here, and we're going to go to page 10, which just basically goes over cash-ins. And it simply states, I sell all cash-ins at the VIP Shop 1 price, and take the difference as a cash-in fee. The fee will be shown in the VIP 2 item title, next to the VIP 2 item title. So, there we go. So we're going to go to Scout again, and we're going to go to this page, where it has coal listed again. Now you're going to notice, instead of it just being sugarcane, a blank here, and then these numbers here, there's actually been two separate numbers added. In the case of coal, it's 50, well, 0.50, and $32. So basically what happens is they sell me a stack of 64 coal. They get 160. That gives me $32 profit. This shows you how much I'm collecting as a profit per the stack or per single, which is the 50 cents. So they get they get 250, I get 50. That they give me one piece of coal. Now very few people are ever going to do that, but in the event someone does, it's how I can make sure that I break it down to the exact amount that they need, and then I transfer it back to him. So, real quick here, I'm going to message Twilight here and say, hey, I'm going to just kind of do a little run. I'm going to ask her if she has any items in the book. So, Twilight Sparkle 7. Do you have any items in the book? Items found from the book in your inventory. And then if she says yes, we'll continue from there. If not, I will donate a stack of coal for her so I can kind of show how this works. So right now we're just kind of waiting for an answer, and then we'll go from there. Hopefully she's not AFK. Crossing my fingers, she is not AFK. We're gonna say she's AFK and go from there. Oh wait, nope, there we go, we gotta let me check. So, I'm gonna ask her to see if there's anything with 64. Because I really don't feel like doing math right now. Any full stacks. Oop, oop, oop. We got some emeralds. Only 2? Oh, oh, we got arrows. 15. Oh, she's throwing all sorts of things at me. Hold on. Let me get rid of some of these tools so that way I can actually take what she's giving me. Okay, so she definitely gave me coal. Wither skulls. I don't think I can sell those. I know I can't sell those. She can have those back. Can't sell those. Arrows I can. Did she just throw at me again? Dirt. Dirt. I can work with dirt. I know she threw bone at me. Um. One second. Alrighty, so she gave me a stack of stone and asked if I could switch it to cobblestone. But luckily for me, I don't need to do that because I've got a chest up here. This one? Yeah, it's this one. Which has stone in it, so I'll just drop stone in here. And in exchange, I will switch it with cobblestone, which I've got plenty on me, so we'll just keep 1 stack of cobblestone on me. Alrighty. I know she threw granite at me, possibly. No, it was dirt she threw at me. Alrighty, I can work with dirt. I know I got a chest right here with dirt in it. That's snow. Coarse dirt. You dirt, you're dirt. Alrighty. So we'll just fully replenish that stack. Alrighty, so basically what happens is the moment she hands me the stuff that she wants sold, which in this case is 2 emeralds, 15 arrows, 64 dirt, 17 bones, and a stack of cobble. Real quick here, just to clarify, because I don't want to shortchange or anything. So, 2 ender pearls, 15 arrow, 1 stack dirt, and cobble, stone, and how many bones was that? Wasn't it 17? We'll go with 17 bones. Is transferred. Alrighty. Did she just throw a carrot at me? It's hard to tell what all she threw at me. Normally when I do a transfer, there's actually a chest I use. That is actually down by my blaze spawners. It's a double purpose chest. I use it for when people are working for me, which basically to work for me they are grinding cobble. Oh, and added 38. Alrighty. So we are going to go and transfer. Okay. I will go and cache them in. Alrighty, so at this point I do /warp VIP shop 2. So this is going to take me, if I can type it right and leave out a backslash, this is going to take me to VIP shop 2. And then at this point I actually like to keep paper near me so I can go and do the math myself. Just to ensure that I'm not shortchanging anyone and I'm completely positive on exactly how much I'm supposed to give back. So real quick here, we're going to just simply bring up this book, and because the payout is in VIP shop 1, I just go to the VIP shop. Now I've got a entire list of each and every single item on both shops here sitting in front of me, so I just kind of look over that, and I got shop 1 and 2 both listed. Now she gave me coal, which the highest possible option for that, and I believe it's also the only option, is scout. So for each piece of coal she gives me, it is 250. And I noticed here we have 38 separate pieces of coal, which oh, I should go get a calculator, but I don't know where one is. So it's going to be longhand. So 5 times 8 is 40, 5 times 3 is 15, plus 4 is 19, you know what? Great thing about electronics is I got a calculator right here. We're going to go like this, and like this, and there. Perfect. My brain is dead right now. So 38 times 2.50 equals 95. So right off the bat with the coal alone, she has 95. Which is here. Nope. Yes. Right here. So this shows that it's each one is 250. And then the next item she has listed right there is cobblestone, and it's a full stack, so I don't have to do any mathematics. It is 30. So we'll add that to the list. Then she gave me bones, which is hunter. Yep, right here. And she gave me 17 bones, and it's 5 per bone, which equals out to be 85. And then we have quickly, since I'm right here anyways, we're just going to do the arrows, which for a 15 arrows, that is 45. Because it's 3 per arrow, as you can see here. And just to clarify, I'm going to enter it into the calculator here. Yep, that's 45. And then we have 2 ender pearls, which is just the next page over right here. And that's only 31 cents per ender pearl. So that's only 62 cents that she'll get for those, which isn't a whole lot. And then we have dirt, and for a stack of dirt is $15. So that gives us 95 for the coal, 30 for the cobble, 85 for the bone, 45. Okay, hold on. I managed to fix myself up. Okay, we have 62 cents for the ender pearl. We're going to put an E by that. We have $15 for the dirt. We have $30 for the cobble. We have 95 for coal. We have 85 for the bones and 45 for the earth. There we go. And that added up is, let's see, 95 plus 30 plus 85 plus 5 plus 62.62 plus 15 gives us, that was the wrong number because I didn't hit the 1 first. Equals 270.2. So you will notice that I will actually get more than that, because I have what's called the VIP 2 that I'm able to access. So real quick here, we're just going to kind of go around the store, and I do this out of habit, but click here, click here, click here. Okay, that was something else. That came out of my own stuff. Anyways, but basically what happens is I go and I cash in whatever it is I'm carrying just to get it done and out of the way. I've got too much stuff as is, so I really never pay attention to what I'm selling other than what they give me. And she gave me quite a bit, so I went and cashed in what she got. And then I immediately do this. Pay Twilight. Did she log off? And she logged off. So, how this works is I keep that piece of paper next to me. So I put in just a small note for the username, and in case this is Twilight Sparkles 7, and the amount in which I owe them. So the next time she pops online, which will hopefully be soon, I'll go back in and just pay her, which is always good, and it's the right thing to do. So that's it for this video. If you guys like my channel, have been viewing it all, seeing what's you like, what you don't like, please leave comments on that. Let me know what you guys are enjoying, what you're not enjoying, what you want to see. If there's any games you want to see me play in the future. Sadly, I'm kind of limited on what I can do at the current moment because my computer is just a little POS laptop. It's not meant to do this. Yeah, we're doing it anyways because why not? But basically what's going to happen is I'm going to be looking at those comments, and every time you guys post a comment on one of the videos, I automatically get it to my phone and my email. So I know immediately, hey, someone left me a comment, which I then go and read your comments. Sometimes I'll reply back if I feel like it. Like, for example, I've had people say, "Hey, I subbed to your channel." Da 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 da. I go in, and a lot of times I'll say, "Hey, thanks," and I subbed you back. Anytime someone subs me, I do sub back. It's just the right thing to do. It shows that you support me, but I'm also going to support you guys. As long as you have videos up, I will be happy to subscribe back. And as long as you got an account in general, I'll put a sub in there even though you don't have videos. I believe there's 1 or 2 people that I'm currently subbed to, and I subbed them back simply because they subbed me and they didn't have videos. So don't worry about not having videos. You'll get a free sub basically just for subbing to me. On top of that, I'm working on trying to expand this channel a lot more. Um, the end goal is to do this for my profession. I want to be a professional YouTuber. It's been something that I've thought about for almost 3 years, and I finally decided that I'm going to start working towards that goal. So I brought up the channel in October. I even sat down and figured out what I wanted my YouTube name to be. I decided on Snow Van Hoften. It was one that I came up with a while back, with like 2 other ones where I was like, maybe, but Snow Van Hoften fit. And then I found a picture online it just fit the entire thing. And so that's kind of where that all came along. To whoever created the photo, I'm not saying that I drew it. Please note that I don't have any rights to the photo. I just happened to find it and it matched what I was looking for. I'm a terrible artist personally. Um, if anyone would like to create a photo, I would like something similar to what you already see as my profile picture. If you are good at drawing, please feel free to. Um, I do like the black, the red, the trench coat style with the white straps on it for design. I really like that. I really like the way it kind of matches who I am. Um, a little bit about me I'm not your usual type of guy. I've been through a lot. I've seen a lot. I'm not going to really go into detail here on the channel. Just know that I've had struggles in my past, and I've worked very hard to overcome them. I was one of those guys that I could have let my past destroy my future, or I could have said, screw this, I'm going to keep trying harder. Um, if you're one of those types of people who have rough times, don't let people change you. Be who you are, and if people can't appreciate you for you, chances are they're just not meant to be in your life, and they're only going to hold you back. Um, I'm not saying just say screw the world or, oh my god, this person doesn't agree with my opinion, they don't need to be in my life. Um, what I'm saying is when someone's like, you need to change those clothes because I don't like them, or you can't say stuff like that anymore because I don't like it, or they tried to change your personality. Like, say you have a dream. One of mine was I was really big into gaming, archery, things to do with sharp objects like knives, guns were a big thing. And I liked it for the sports aspect of it. Um, I liked what a gun was. Um, it's a tool more than anything. People use it from everything to hunting food to sportsman target practice. Um, and I had a lot of people in my life try to tell me that that's not okay, guns are dangerous, guns kill people, but in all reality, guns don't kill people. People kill people. And that's one of the big things that I was trying to point out to everyone that I was with back when I was first growing up. And finally, I decided that the people in my life were not meant to be there because they were so focused on trying to get me to do what they wanted my life to be like, and they never respected my opinion on what I wanted my own life to be. I had goals, and all they wanted to do was focus on tearing them down. I'm not saying that if you cuss a lot, that's okay. I'm not saying that if you're disrespectful to, say, your mother or your father, that's okay. It's not. Um, what I am saying, though, is everyone has their own life. Everyone needs to understand that you can make that life as poor or as good as you want it to be. In the end, when all is said and done, we're going to find out what's at the end. When our time here is done, and it's going to be a short time, would you rather be there and be like, well, I did everything like my family wanted me to, or like my friend wanted me to, or my significant other wanted me to, but I regret not doing what I wanted to? Do you really want to get to that point where you're getting ready to go to your next life, to your adventure after this life? Because once we die, there's going to be a whole new adventure at the end of that. And if we're so focused on trying to fulfill what other people want us to be, when the time comes where we get to that point where we're ready to go on to the next adventure, the next life, you're going to regret that. And that's something that I don't want to do. I don't want to look back on myself 10, 20 years from now and realize, wow, I gave up all of my goals because someone else wanted me to. Some goals you will find are not worth following. Other goals you will find are worth following. When I was in high school, one of my biggest goals was actually to become a pilot for a commercial airline. Um, and I genuinely love flying. Flying is a lot of fun. There's something very special about it that words can't describe when you're up there in the air flying near the clouds. It's really, really cool. It's really pretty to see that. But I also have a family to worry about. I have a girlfriend and a young daughter. Um, and with that, I wouldn't trade anything for them. And I know that as a commercial pilot, for what I wanted to be, which is an international pilot, which means I go overseas, I couldn't guarantee that I could spend time with my family to do so. And so I decided that that goal was not worth it to me. My family was more important. However, I can still be a pilot. I can be a private pilot, which means I don't leave state. I can fly just about anywhere I want to, whenever I want to, as long as I have the money to do so. And so I'm currently putting that on hold. At some point in time, I will go and get my private pilot's license, but that won't be for a few years. For the longest time, I was also wanting to be in the military, and it was a very large goal, and it took me 11 and a half years to complete it. But I did get it, and I am super proud looking back on it that I was in the military. Now, granted, I didn't get to go overseas as like I would have wanted to. I went through a lot of training. I went to quite a few advanced trainings, and it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I learned a lot from the military. I learned a lot from my superiors, from the other privates, from just about everyone, and it was a lot of fun. And it's something that I will always be glad I did. Um, one of the things that is hard on me, since I grew up in Iowa, moving to Las Vegas has been a very large change. Instead of seeing trees and cornfields and bean fields and the occasional small town and the very rare big city, which, to kind of give it perspective, I think Las Vegas is like 4 times larger than Des Moines, Iowa, which is the capital of Des Moines. Don't quote me on that. That's just kind of remembering from what I've seen on maps. It's probably a lot bigger. Vegas is probably a lot bigger. But moving from seeing trees to Las Vegas, which is basically a city in the middle of a desert, was a huge change. And it's been rough because I'm one of those, I like to be active, I like going out and hiking, and I can't do that. Not the same way. Um, as someone who did a lot of hiking in Iowa, I enjoyed hiking through the forest. Um, Especially right after it rained. It was the most amazing time to go on a hike through the forest. Um, some of the big reasons as to why is when it rains, the water seeps into literally everything. So you have the smell of a lot of different things. You have the moisture in the air. Um, and where I was hiking, there was a lot of earth, so a lot of dirt and grass and trees and plants and a lot of things like that. Mossy stone. You get a lot of that where I would hike at. You would go along the riverbed, and there were some spots where you would come across a large stone or rocks covered in what I like to call riverbed moss. Basically, it's this really nice, soft, green moss that doesn't really get into your clothes, which is nice, which is why I actually like being in it as much as I used to be. I would literally go down there just to take a nap. Of all places, just to take a nap. And a lot of people are like, well, why would you want to do that? It's moss. That's disgusting. And it's really not. In many ways, moss on top of a rock is very firm, and it's a great place to go and meditate. It's super relaxing sitting next to a stream on a rock covered with moss, because the moss gives you just enough cushion that where the rock doesn't really bother you. However, with that, you get this. I'm trying to think of how to explain it. I have a different religion where I believe a lot more about energies and understanding the natural flow of the way universe works and how the time works and how this world relates to the next world and energies and a wide variety of other things. And in my personal belief, there's energy in everything. And with atmosphere, it gives all those energies a sense of unison, and it allows you to be able to do things to understand things that you normally wouldn't because you just couldn't get in the right mindset. And with me, I like a natural, relaxing mindset to meditate in. And sitting on a green, mossy stone and listening as the water trickles by, hearing the occasional twig snap as an animal that you can't even see is walking near you, to some of the times where there was actually deer that came right up to me, and I got to actually touch them. You don't see that very often, and it requires you to be able to project yourself as still. And that's not always something that's very easily understood. Because how do you project something that's still? It's not easy to do, but it's possible. And if you can find a way to make that deer feel like you're in unison with its environment, things will do a lot of different things. Naturally. Like, the reason why deers panic during hunting season, which is what happens when they see people in orange, which is a safety thing, and if you're a hunter, please don't not wear your orange so you don't get killed. Basically what happens is that deer feels something is out of place. They're like, that doesn't belong there. And they feel it. They don't have to see it, they don't have to know it, they just feel it. Is that Twilight sitting next to me, I wonder? No, I think that's Haley. Not Haley. Secret. Yeah, Secret Gamer. Speaking of which, that brings me back on topic. Sorry, I've gone completely off topic here entirely. Here we are, supposed to be talking about a book who is for this person right here. And I'm off talking about my religion and stuff. Ha! Don't mind me. Also, please don't be offended by that. It's just me getting to ramble. Anyways, here we go. This is Secret. I have the book finished. But anyways, guys, I will see you in the next video. Sorry about talking so long, and if you like my channel, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button so you know when I upload next. I will be uploading daily, varying videos from 10 to about 40 minutes. If you can watch them for the entire time, that would be fantastic, and if not, while you're doing chores or whatever, just hit that play button and let it sit and rattle off. But if you can't do that, that's fine. Just try to watch my videos from start to finish. It does help me out a lot because of the way YouTube has changed things. But I will see you in the next video. So long!